The NBA Finals start tonight, and it is going to be awesome. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, New York Knicks fans, basketball fans? Welcome to TSR Sports, and I hope you are having a great week and are as pumped up about tonight as I am. And I had seen the news recently about former Spur Jeremy Sohan, who is now with the Knicks. He was about to make a little history himself as he was guaranteed to win a ring despite who won the game because he played for both teams this year. But while also taking a look around the NBA, I found out that for the first time ever, we'll have a Filipino NBA champion. And it's either going to be Jordan Clarkson to the left or Dylan Harper right above me. But before we talk about these two players that have a chance to make history, let's revisit history itself. Raymond Townsend, the first Filipino-American player in NBA history. He was drafted by the Golden State Warriors with the 22nd overall pick in the 1978 draft. That's almost 50 years ago. Now, while he only played 3 seasons, 2 with the Warriors and 1 with the Indiana Pacers, he made his mark in NBA history. In doing some additional research, there are a few Filipino basketball players in the NBA right now. Let's see if you know all these. Jalen Green. I did know this one. Former 2nd overall pick with the Houston Rockets, now with the Phoenix Suns, part of the huge Kevin Durant trade. Up next, I did not know this one. Jared McCain of the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Spurs just saw the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals, and he was huge for the Thunder coming off the bench. But I am glad he did come up short, and the Spurs beat the Thunder. This one's an obvious one. This is Ron Harper Jr. of the Boston Celtics. If he looks like Dylan Harper, it's because it's his brother, so I did know that one. Probably many of you knew that one as well. But I want to get back to our main topic at hand. Dylan Harper and Jordan Clarkson and their chance to make history. Let's talk about Jordan Clarkson for a moment. The 33-year-old vet was drafted 46 overall by the Washington Wizards in the 2014 NBA Draft. And I did not know this. He was traded the next day to the Lakers. For who? Part of a huge deal? Who'd they get? Cash. Jordan Clarkson was traded for just cash, it is actually kind of common with 2nd overall picks. And he has played in his career for obviously the Lakers, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Utah Jazz, where he has spent most of his career and won a 6th Man of the Year award, and currently with the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks. Jordan Clarkson winning a title would obviously be huge for the Filipino fan base. However, if history is going to be made, I prefer it be by a San Antonio Spur. Go figure. I think it's obvious who I root for. Dylan Harper was drafted last year by the Spurs 2nd overall, and he had a great rookie year for our Spurs, finishing 4th in Rookie of the Year voting and 11th in 6th Man of the Year voting. And he has been even better in the playoffs. Even being hampered by an injury, he has been better, showing toughness, playing through that injury, IQ, and no fear. Watching him against the Thunder amongst the big guys, fighting for rebounds, was impressive. And the crazy thing is, he's only 20. He is only going to get better. Maybe one day we'll say that Dylan Harper was the best player out of the 2025 NBA Draft. Maybe one day we'll say Dylan Harper is the greatest Filipino basketball player of all time. We'll see. I will be live tonight at 8:15 p.m. Eastern for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. And this is a really awesome matchup because you have the huge market team in the New York Knicks and the small market team in the San Antonio Spurs that have some past history and some recent history. First, this is a rematch of the 1999 NBA Finals where the Spurs won their first title in 5 games. Could that have gone differently if Patrick Ewing didn't play? If he did play in that series? Maybe. But it is what it is. The Spurs won in 99. And this year, this is a rematch also of the NBA Cup where the Knicks beat us. And let's also not forget, I mentioned in the beginning, Jeremy Sohan was drafted by the Spurs, 9th overall back in 2022, was waived by the Spurs at the All-Star break, and then went to the Knicks. How crazy is it that a player played for the Western Conference champions at the start of the year, and at the end of the year is playing for the Eastern Conference champions. Good for him. Lucky guy, but good for him. This is going to be a really fun series. It's going to be a tough series. It's really interesting to see the analysis. A lot of, actually more than I thought they would, are picking the Spurs. Eric Corgi has the Spurs winning. If you know, you know. A lot of analysis are saying the Knicks, saying the Spurs just aren't ready yet. I believe the Spurs are one of the youngest NBA Finals teams of all time. Or correct me if I'm wrong, Spurs fans. Are the youngest NBA Finals team of all time? This is going to be a knockout series. You've got Wemby and Fox and Harper and Castle versus Cat and Brunson and company. I believe, also correct me if I'm wrong, did Karl-Anthony Towns, when he was with the Minnesota Timberwolves, did he go off for 70 points or 60 points? Maybe it was 60 points against Wemby in a game. My mind is saying that happened. I didn't have a chance. It's just popping in my head now. I didn't have a chance to research that before I shot this. I shoot these on my break, so it's one take TSR. I can't go back and redo it. But did he drop 60 or 70 against Wemby? So there's going to be history here as well. I think this is going to be a phenomenal series. If you guys have not heard my prediction already, I say the Spurs win this in 7. I just think both teams are just on a roll right now. The Knicks haven't lost the game since when? They've won, 11 in a row? And not just winning games, they are destroying their opposition. And the Spurs, granted, it took 7 games to beat the Thunder, 6 games to beat the Timberwolves, but they still won. And let's not forget, they beat the defending NBA champion Thunder. And I've heard a Thunder fan say, oh, the Spurs are so lucky. They haven't had any injuries. I don't know. It was part of a compilation video. I'm like, no injuries. Wemby had a concussion. Dylan Harper was injured. De'Aaron Fox was injured and missed 2 games. We've been dealing with injuries too, but they have played through it and they've achieved and overcome. One stop at a time, one bucket at a time. We can do this. I'm excited for tonight, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Drop a comment down below, guys. Who do you want to see be the first Filipino player to win an NBA championship? Jordan Clarkson, Dylan Harper, and I know some of you are going to put, I don't care, TSR. Then I ask, why are you watching the video? If you're just watching the video to support the channel, I appreciate it. But if you don't care, then no need to comment, I don't care. Just comment, go Spurs go, or something like that. But I can't wait for this tonight, guys. This has been I guess I'll close at this. I'm rambling a little bit, but this has been a crazy ride on this channel. We started in 2019, and the Spurs had been a losing team 6 seasons in a row. And to have this incredible turnaround from a 34-48 team last year to now an NBA Finals team this year. And our core guys are young. Even De'Aaron Fox, love him or hate him, I know the community split on him. He's still only 28. We have so many young players that are only going to develop and get better over the next few years. Let's throw Carter Bryant in there too. I forgot Carter Bryant. We have a lot of young talent. We're only going to get better. The Spurs can win this finals. Dare I say, maybe the start of a dynasty, although no team has gone back-to-back in, like a decade? So it's the Warriors, last team, right, to go back-to-back. We'll see. Anyway, that's all I got. Drop your comment. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to help support the channel, subscribe, become part of our awesome Spurs community, and I will see you tonight for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. I thank you for watching, and as always, go Spurs, go!